Welcome to the world's fastest Polo. Say hello to Shadow. She's back from the Valley Run after clocking a 9.8 second quarter mile run. And safe to say, there's a lot that has been changed. But before that, we're going to see how much power does it actually make. Let's go to the dyno.
Unfortunately, when we went to N1 racing, we weren't able to push Shadow to its absolute limits because we didn't have the correct fuel with us. N1 racing and the owner of Shadow do not want to reveal what sort of fuel mix they are running on. We are suspecting it to be some sort of strong ethanol mixture. Anyways, here is the dyno chart. This tiny little Polo makes an absolutely ridiculous 646 horsepower and 789 Newton meters of torque at the crank. Again, N1 Racing doesn't want to reveal the weight of the car, but considering a normal Polo is around 1000-ish kilos, Shadow with its carbon fiber bodywork and fully gutted interior, the car has probably shaved a good 150 to 200 kilos. Pair that to a solid Haldex all-wheel drive system and a ridiculous power to weight ratio, it is no surprise that Shadow accelerates like a stabbed rat. Just how fast? Like we showed you, it does a quarter mile in a mind-bending 9.8 seconds flat. But check this, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 2.55 seconds. That's as fast as a 1600 horsepower quad turbo W16 Bugatti Chiron.
From a distance, you might think that Shadow is a regular old black Polo. However, once you get closer, you notice that everything is carbon fiber. The front bumper is an R-line style bumper that's made of carbon fiber. The front fenders as well. And the headlights have been removed in order to save weight, of course. On that side, you have a blank plate of carbon fiber, and on this side, you have a duct for the intake. The bonnet as well has turned into carbon fiber. You have some outlets for heat dissipation and an external wastegate, which is super cool. Moving along to the side profile, the doors have also been replaced with carbon fiber and the windows have been replaced with fiberglass to add more lightness because glass is very heavy. Next are the Team Dynamic wheels, just like the ones that we have on our VRS 245, and the suspension is a set of K-Sport coilovers. Now, the brakes look massive, but they look like an OEM Plus set. However, yes, it's necessary to have those brakes. And the only thing that's not carbon fiber is the roof and the rear three-quarter panel. That's it. The rear end gets a carbon fiber spoiler, a carbon fiber boot, and a carbon fiber rear bumper. That too, R-line style. Plus, I really like the way these twin-tip APR exhausts look. While Shadow still looks like a normal Polo on the outside, the interior, the engine bay, looks completely unrecognizable. You now get a Gen 2 E888 2-liter TSI engine that has been built to up to 1000 horsepower. So the piston, the connecting rods and the crankshaft have been upgraded. The cams, however, remain stock. You also have a billet intake manifold with 8 injectors and a very good looking air intake kit. I think this is custom, but it has a K&N air filter inside, which is massive. Next is the PS de resistance, in my opinion. the Garrett 3076R turbo, which is rated to anywhere between 400 to 750 horsepower depending on the displacement of the engine. How much power does it actually make? You guys already know. But there's another thing that's super cool on this car, and that's the gearbox. Let's talk about it a little bit more on the inside. The stock DQ200 goes out the window for a DQ250 that gets custom ratios that are optimized for the drag strip and to make the power more usable, as well as an RTMG flywheel and clutch in order to handle all of that power. Also, all of that power is being distributed to all four wheels through a Haldex all-wheel drive system. And obviously, this being a race car, the interior was completely rendered useless, so it was all stripped out. All you get now is a very nice RS steering wheel, a fire extinguisher in case shit hits the roof, a custom roll cage, again, if shit hits the roof, and a tablet right here to show you all of the data necessary. And last but not the least, what powers this beautiful machine? That's a Max ECU standalone ECU that's been tuned by Angio Motorsports. Those guys are from Germany and they do some of the craziest WAG builds I've ever seen. This one is no exception. What I'm curious about is how does this actually feel like in the real world? I might get to drive it someday, I might not get to drive. I can only hope. But I just want to say thank you N1, Nictrans and Shadow 2 liter TSI for letting me experience this car, even though it was just at the dyno, because it was insane. Do you guys want to see me drive this car? Let us know in the comments down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.